Hi everyone and welcome to a new episode of Jay's podcast along with a new video. I want to tell you guys that I appreciate you I appreciate you guys so much. I do. And I thank you so much for liking, subscribing, viewing, watching, and listening. And it's just been a journey. I'm already past 200 episodes. Hello, like I am really out here, huh? But you know, it's great. I love being able to talk about different things, whether it's music and just movies and TV and astrology signs, and even kind of mixing them all into whatever it is that we talk about specifically, just to give you guys an awareness. But today we are going to talk about Trilogy by The Weeknd. So let's get into it. Trilogy is the first compilation album and major label debut by Canadian singer-songwriter The Weeknd. Be sure to check out my Patreon and Spotify exclusives. If you haven't, I believe I only have only a few episodes for right now, but check them out. There'll be more. It was released on November 13th, 2012 through XO and Republic Records. It is composed of remixed and remastered versions of the songs contained in his 2011 mixtapes, House of Balloons, Thursday, and Echoes of Silence, and 3 previously unreleased songs, 28, Valerie, and Till Dawn, Here Comes the Sun, were included as bonus tracks. So before I continue, I want to tell you guys that I have been part of XO ever since. I have to accept it. I have accepted it. I've been accepted it. And why is because I say to myself, wait a minute. I was one of his fans back in 2011. Yes, very much 16, 17 years old. Randomly this was like just peak of me on like getting on Twitter a lot. Just at the time Twitter, now it's X, but and I just stumbled across The Weeknd's website at the time, and he literally had, and this is how you know I'm an XO fan, so you know you have the main page, right? And then when you seen the mixtapes, literally you clicked on the picture and you got the zip file. Like, it was, wait a minute. I was like, wait a minute, the album. I mean, the mixtapes, but they were released, at the times when they were released. Like, he didn't put them all at once. Like, yes, March 21st, 2011 was House of Balloons. I was 16. When he released that, I was like, well, wait a minute. This is free. And I literally was just clicking. I'm like, and I'm listening, and I'm like, this is an artist. Like, who is this? Like, they just out here just give it up, just free music, and it sounds this good. Like, is he getting paid for that? It's like that was in my mind. Like, that's what. And then yes, August 18th, 2011. Yep, I was already 17 here, and yes, I remember when he had released Thursday, and ironically so, I was born on a Thursday. So I just was like, well, wait a minute, Thursday. But that's besides the point of Thursday. When they were months apart, and this is me like about to, like, this is like my junior year going into my senior year transition, back at this time. And yeah, when he uploaded Thursday, I was like, well, wait a minute, this is another mixtape? He's still, yes. And it dawned me. I said, this isn't over. He's gonna keep going. I don't know who The Weeknd is, but I swear he is going to keep going, because there ain't no way that he got House of Balloons and then Thursday. And then the album covers themselves were so distinctive. It was like, get more into the music. Like, it wasn't so much he showed his face. Like, you did not see his face in these. So it was like, wait a minute. And then the last one, which came out December 21st, 2011, you're like, well, wait a minute now. here's the third one. And yeah, it just, I was in my senior year and I was like, wow, there's so much music. And I mean, when you look at the length, it says 159 minutes. That's just about 160 minutes. So take out the 60 minutes from one piece of whatever you want to take it. That's over an hour. So 60 and 40 and 60, pretty much when you want to range it. So 60 and 60, that's 120, that's 2 hours, as opposed to another 40 minutes. So almost 2 hours and 45 minutes worth of music in the span of almost a year. You cannot say this man was not grinded. Like, you can't. Like, that I was amazed. And I gotta honestly say, like, you don't see that much happening with people doing that as much if you pay attention. Because there be people that make songs, and then, there's people that really be making songs, okay? But Trilogy received generally positive reviews from critics who reinforced the previous acclaim of the mixtapes, although some found it indulgent. It was promoted with 3 singles in the Weeknd's concert tour during September to November 2012. Now, I was already 18 here. He was already touring. The album charted at number 5 in Canada and number 4 in the United States. So, he did not chart to number 1. He was in the top 10, okay? In the top 5 even, okay? So, it's I be trying to tell people here, all of you, and just in general, where even if you're in the top 40, you're noticed. Like, people are paying attention to you. They want to know more of what's going on. If you're in the top 20, you there. They just trying to see, where the fans for you to where you can just propel even further. But when you're in the top 5, it's like, oh no, there was people listening to you before all this. Okay? And I'm one of them. I had to really sit back and understand that. Okay? So yeah, Wicked Games came out, as far as for the first single, October 22nd, 2012. So within a year's time of these mixtapes, it's all put together in a big package. And I remember on being on iTunes and just seeing it just stacked, like, from one mixtape, another, but it's all in order, and it's Trilogy, and that's what we're talking about. And yes, and they were online and free at first, and I was just so blown away, because you just don't see that. You really don't see that. Oh, the sample of Alia's Rock the Boat on What You Need was excluded from Trilogy. Yeah. And if you guys haven't, please be sure to check out all of my Aaliyah commentary, where I talked about her first, second, and third album. And she was very much missed. As far as on November 13, 2022, The Weeknd announced that he is considering removing Trilogy from streaming services due to both the original samples finally being cleared and him not being a fan of the updated mixes, telling fans to instead listen to the 3 mixtapes individually. Yeah. Because it's just, that's the rawness of it. Why not? The Weeknd toured in support of Trilogy during September to November 2012. He previewed the album at a listening party in New York City on October 24th. It was his first major media event. Yeah, guys. So, yeah, like I said, I was part of XO since the very beginning and didn't even know, because I was just like, who's this? And just started downloading mixtapes from this legendary artist here, among very much other legendary artists as well. Let's see. Trilogy was met with generally positive reviews. At Metacritic, which assigns a normalized rating out of 100 to reviews from professional publications, the album received an average score of 79 based on 19 reviews. So what does that tell you? That it's really good. In most cases, yes. And so, as far as, let's see, yep, 8.1 out of 10 from this critic. There's a B plus here, 5 out of 5. 4 out of 5 from The Guardian, 4 out of 5 from the Irish Times. The Observer has 4 out of 5. Pitchfork said 8.5 out of 10, okay? Of course, Rolling Stone wasn't really feeling it like that, but, yeah. Trilogy charted at number 5 on the Canadian Albums Chart. In the United States, it debuted at number 4 on the U.S. Billboard 200 with first week sales of 86,000 copies. By August 2015, the release has sold 558,000 copies in the United States. On March 18, 2019, Trilogy was certified triple platinum by the Recording Academy. On June 10, 2022, the album was certified triple platinum by Music Canada. So yeah, it did well. It, you know, and it really showed people that, you know, he had more to offer, which he has shown in the last, wow, it's been going on almost 15 years as of next year when he was starting to really go off. So yeah, it'll be 15 years of this release. Well, not this release per se, because this was November 13, 2022, but as far as the mixtapes, it'll be 15 years as of March next year, okay? So, I know that'll be something. But yeah, let's look at the track list. So track 1, when it comes to disc 1, which is House of Balloons, okay? Because we got to be very specific here. Number 1 is High for This. Track 2 is What You Need. Track 3, House of Balloons / Glass Table Girls. Track 4 is The Morning. Track 5, The Wicked Games. Track 6, The Party and the After Party. Now, track 6, The Party and the After Party. I was like, wait a minute. He's grooving over here. You know, he has so many different songs. And, you know, you really got to dive deep into an artist to understand like where they're coming from and why, especially artists that have a lot of music. 7, track 7 is Coming Down. Track 8, Loft Music. Track 9, The Knowing. Track 10, 28, which was the bonus track. So that was disc 1. That was the first mixtape. And yes, it was short, okay? You know, it wasn't like, you know, we was looking for, well, at least for me, I wasn't completely looking for like 16 or more tracks. I was just shocked to see that someone was really putting out 10 tracks, and they literally were, well, more or less 9, but 10 in the sense of, you know, how it's released here. But I remember what a time. Disc 2, Thursday. So The Lonely Stars track 1. Life of the Party is track 2. Track 3 is Thursday. Track 4, The Zone, featuring Drake. Track 5, The Birds, part 1. Track 6, The Birds, part 2. Track 7, Gone. Track 8, Rolling Stone. Track 9, Heaven or Los Angeles. And then track 10 is Valerie, which was another bonus track. So yeah, track 9, Heaven or Los Angeles, and then track 10, Valerie, which was the bonus track. And you know, by this time, you know, I was talking a mixtape as opposed to, you know, having it all together by 2012. It's just, you know, I was just, again, blown away. Like, I cannot. And then it was like, wait a minute, Drake's on here. So, okay, you know, somebody heard the first mixtape and felt like they needed to collab. And why not? You know, why not? You know, music is music. And this is and that's why I said here, as you guys know, I'm very unbiased. You know, when you collab at the time. And I know things change. Okay. But as far as disc 3, Echoes of Silence. Track 1 is DD. Track 2 is Montreal. Track 3, Outside. Track 4, XO, The Host. Track 5, Initiation. Track 6, Same Old Song, featuring Juicy J. Okay, so yes, by the third mixtape, you know, people are really getting into him. Okay, track 7, The Fall. Track 8, Next. You just want me 'cause I'm there. Let me stop. I know this. What a time. Track 9, Echoes of Silence. Track 10, Till Dawn, Here Comes the Sun, bonus track. And then iTunes bonus music video. Yes, 11, The Zone, featuring Drake, closed caption, okay? So yeah, that's the whole compilation album, if you will. As far as also 3 mixtapes in one. Now, how I feel as far as with this album compilation, if you will, well, you guys get me, compilation album. How I feel about it is, I feel as though, it's, yeah, like I said, it's really good. And I think it really, again, made sure that people understood who he was and where he was going and where he is now. Yeah, debuted at number 4 on Billboard 200, and then the U.S. top R&B hip hop albums, he was number 1. Okay, people were loving it. And then by the end of 2013, he still was charting on Billboard at number 65. Okay, so that's good. I've said this in previous videos again. Like, if you're still charting on Billboard even after a year or so in the 200, that's really good. You see, Rihanna, Anti is still charting. Okay, and that album is 9 years old. You know, and that means that people still feel and miss Riri right now. Okay, like when your last album is still charting, you know, that's for anyone. When any album of yours is still charting, even if it's old, you know, they miss you. They love you. As far as, yes, the U.S. top R&B hip hop albums, it was charting at number 17. So yes, again, it was still generating people to know. Like I said, I was on iTunes myself, and even just, you know, and little did I know, because this is 2012 November, within 10 years, I would see him live. And you guys can check out my live footage of when I went. But I got to see him live for the first time on tour. And it brought me back to the fact that, wow, I was, 17, 18 when I first, 16 actually, because, the mixtape came out when I was going on 17. But, I just remember, really seeing the Weeknd's mixtapes, and then just kind of just seeing him in person, just in Foxborough, just going off and singing down, and you kind of say to yourself, like, this is real, right? Like, it's real, and I'm very grateful for any experience I ever have and ever had, truthfully. And yes, we all should be ever and forever grateful. But yes, guys, and he was still charting in 2014 as well in the U.S. top R&B hip hop albums, with number 80 being the position. And wait a minute, and was still charting in 2015 in the U.S. Billboard 200 at number 97. So he went right back into charting. So in 2014, his album wasn't compilation album wasn't charting anymore as far as with Billboard, but then it started to chart again by 2015. And of course, we know by 2015 he has already had Kissland, and I believe the album, let's see, the album right after Kissland, which I should know, because Beauty Behind the Madness. I was like, wait, it's Beauty, but yeah, guys, that's pretty much That's pretty much the album, the compilation album as far as with The Weeknd. Be sure to listen. And of course, listen to Hurry Up Tomorrow. He has a movie coming and he is going to tour again. I might go. You never know. But I thank you guys for listening and watching, and I'll be back with more.